I'm thrilled today to introduce the Center for Arts and Design's honorary diploma recipient and keynote speaker. Peter Papapetrou is Canada's leading style maker and can be seen regularly on the Marilyn Dennis Show, CTV's national daily lifestyle and entertainment talk show. With nearly 2 decades of experience behind him, Peter brings an enormous amount of energy and creativity to everything he does, from his work with youth and education, to his numerous philanthropic endeavors, to his international work with stars like Javier Bardem, Julie Black, Hilary Duff, and Michael Bublé. Peter styles the world. Peter attended George Brown College himself, and as an alumnus, exhibits the traits we eagerly wish for in all of our graduates: perseverance, integrity, creativity, and most of all, passion. It's my pleasure to present to you our honorary diploma recipient and keynote speaker, Peter Papapetrou.
I knew somebody else was going to be wearing this outfit. Good afternoon, Madam Chancellor, Madam President, distinguished guests, friends, family, and graduates. It is such an honor to be here today, to be able to speak in front of all of you. When I was invited to be a part of this incredible event, so many things came to mind. Most of them were like what to say, what should I say, what should I wear? Clearly that was covered for me. But most of all, what could I say that could be inspiring and could make a difference to you all? So I did what I did best, and I did my homework, and I looked at other videos of Oprah speaking to Harvard and realized that what it really came down to was me speaking from the heart and being true to the journey that I traveled. So I'm going to share a little bit about that with you. From a very young age, I've had a love affair with fashion, having been influenced by my mother, who was a seamstress. I was exposed to the not-so-glamorous side of fashion, the true art, the sweat, and most of all, the disciplinary work and ethic that it takes. It was nothing like the glamorous side that I would later see on fashion television and magazines, where everything was beautifully edited. Everything looked effortless and exclusive. And it was the world that was so intoxicating and alluring, and it really had me hooked. I found myself being more aware of fashion and really wanted to get involved in any way that I could. I joined the high school fashion show, signed up for fashion illustration classes, and got myself a part-time job in retail. I also began dabbling in design with my own collection before the age of 20, and the other day I actually came across it. Not very pretty, but it was an experience, which led me to an early career in retail management and visual display. I quickly learned how important it is to surround yourself in the industry that you want to be in, and you really want to take every opportunity you can. You really want to try it all. Learn from everything that you do. Everything is a really incredible experience. Right when it's happening, sometimes it does not feel like it's going anywhere, but trust me, all those little things that you learn later on come up to you and be like, that's why I learned that. And most of all, be humble. It's really important. Then it came time for me to decide on whether to go to college or go to university, and I decided to enroll in the fashion design program at George Brown. I really needed to understand the fundamentals of design, and within the program I learned all about form, I learned about fit, I learned about patterns, drafting, illustration, all those skills that I still use to this day. Though I'm not a fashion designer today, I've understood that the program I selected continues to influence my work daily, and I learned to remain open to all options and not pigeonhole myself. I really want everyone to focus on what you do best, and most of all, enjoy what you're doing. That's really important. Take your time to craft your art. There's really no rush. We all are very impatient, and we all really want to rush through things, but the key to success is really truly loving what you do, and sometimes that takes time to build. You will have rough beginnings and lots of hurdles to overcome. You may live like a starving artist. I have. You will ask yourself, how much longer is this going to take? You will want to give up, but please don't. Setbacks, of course there's going to be setbacks. There's no surprise. It's how you choose to rise and overcome those setbacks that will help you succeed. You will fail, and that's okay. Don't be afraid of failure. Be fearless. I remember when I left a national visual coordinator position, That was a really good paying job with benefits and everything, and then I had to turn to my parents and tell them that I was going to leave that and become a stylist. Not a really easy conversation to have with Greek parents. So it's really important to take chances. Take a leap of faith and listen to your instincts and that little inner voice inside, because sometimes that really speaks volumes. All those things help. All the hopes and dreams and hard work begin to pay off at some point. And trust me, when they do, it feels incredible. Take the time and stop to savor all those firsts that are going to happen, because there's going to be a lot of them, and sometimes it gets so busy you never really have the chance to stop and really notice them. To this day, I still remember my first supermodel, my first celebrity, my first magazine cover, my first billboard. I took a photo with it. It was so cool. First time on TV, first time working with a major designer. Cherish those moments. They're really important. Bask in the spotlight and keep in mind it does make you really want to do more. It does. And as you continue to climb towards success, the way you conduct yourself is key. This is really important. In a world filled with social media, remember when you become part of a company or a brand, you are an extension of the brand, and what you put out there in cyberspace can always come back to haunt you. Be conscious of how you conduct yourself in every way. Growing up, I always found people's true stories have always helped me. I've always had a fascination with biographies. It did not matter whose bio it was, from actors to designers. I found their stories made things seem possible. In my teens, I read Gianni Versace's bio. He was my fashion idol at the time. And at that young age, I realized he did not just become a fashion designer overnight. That was my first Oprah aha moment. It was very simple, and it really was basically that everybody starts somewhere. And at that moment, that overwhelming big picture of success felt so much closer and so much more attainable. You never know where your journey will lead. You may end up dining at the table next to Tom Ford, if you're lucky. You may have the opportunity to work alongside the designer of your dreams. You may have the honor of meeting Anna Wintour, or you may find yourself speaking in front of a graduating class. Today marks a new chapter of the journey you will embark on. Don't be overwhelmed by the scope of your journey. Begin somewhere, start chipping away at all those goals, and start walking closer to your finish line, or in this case, to the top of the runway. Thank you so much. Good luck. Congratulations. All the best.
Thank you, Peter. I would now like to ask President Ann Sato to come to the podium to say a few words about this year's recipient of the Honorary Diploma in Fashion Techniques and Design.
Thanks, Laura Jo. Thank you, Mr. Papapetrou. That's a hard name to say. Peter. Not only for that encouraging address, but for the creative vision and the unique talent you bring to Canada's fashion industry. Your extensive professional accomplishments and your philanthropic commitment to youth and education have moved us to present you with an honorary diploma in fashion techniques and design. As a valued member of our alumni community, you inspire our graduates to achieve their goals. You deftly move from the runway to the studio, from the front of the camera to a force behind it, exemplifying the skills and level of excellence expected in the industry. It is with great pleasure that I congratulate you on your honorary diploma and ask you to come forward to receive it. And Sally, will you join us as well? Oh, we're going to go here so we can get a good picture.